Hey everyone, it's Christina of CraftyPaws. I'm here to share a Rolodex card that I made for my friend Carolina, who is hosting a giveaway challenge celebrating over 6,000 subscribers. She's asked folks to make a card or a memory dex or Rolodex card and include some information about yourself on the back. And I had this adorable stamp from Winnie and Walter and this Spellbinders address book die set that I've had in my stash. And I thought this was the perfect time to use this. So I picked that Rolodex die and used some shimmery pink paper to cut it out. And then I used some die cuts that my friend Bev, who's New Crafter Bev here on YouTube, had recently sent me in a Happy Mail package. So I first glued that beautiful die cut onto that Rolodex card, and then I ran it through my Big Shot again so that that bottom section would be cut out perfectly, even with that trellis design die cut glued on. And then I die cut it again, that Rolodex card on the leftover scrap of that shimmery pink cardstock. And so I wanted to back the back side of this Rolodex card. And I also wanted to include this little tab, which is also from that same address book die set. I wanted just a little bit more kind of a flourishy look to coordinate better with the intricate trellis die for the front. And so I've backed that. And now I'm using this doggone cute Winnie and Walter stamp set. And I had ordered this before my sweet Biscuit, who was an apricot mini poodle, before she passed away, but I didn't get it delivered until after she had passed. And until recently, I didn't feel like I could actually color up this stamp, just too emotional. This little stamp looks like a little poodle, and if I just alter the ears a little bit, it looks like a little Havanese. So I thought it represented CraftyPaws, me, really well, in that it really seemed like it was an image of my two puppies. So here you see that I had wiped away the little dog's ears because they were pricked up ears, and now I'm doodling in just little floppy ears like my Bandito has with a Copic multi-liner pen. This is a 0.05 point pen, and I'm just kind of re-emphasizing areas that weren't stamped perfectly there. And now I'm going to color up the little Havanese just like my Bandito. So I'm first using an E40 marker to just establish the shadowed areas in the white area of the puppy, and I'm putting it at the bottoms of the feet, under the chin, behind the front legs, in the muzzle area. And now I'm going in with a slightly darker E41 to re-emphasize those darkest shadowed areas of the white fur. And I'm also, as you can tell, flicking a little bit there just so I get the hair fur texture. Now I'm starting off with an E11. That's the lightest color there, just basically trying to get in the spot areas of Bandito. Then I'm going to go in slightly darker with an E13, establishing where the shadows in that brown area are by the eyes, underneath the ears, on the back side of the spot on his back. And then I'm going in with the darkest E15 color, again, re-emphasizing those shadowed areas. Now I'll go back in and blend out with an E11, just a little bit, extending out that brown spotted area. And then now I'm going to go back in and reestablish a little bit more shadowing with an E41. I hope this kind of quick Copic coloring video helps show you how I achieve kind of furry looks. Now for the poodle, my Biscuit was an apricot poodle, so I picked out some Copic markers that I thought would be kind of turned into peachy apricot color. I laid down the first E50 in the highlighted areas first, and then I'm going in now with an E51, trying to figure out, just practicing, but trying to figure out where the shadows are going to be underneath the little mullet top, around the ears, where the shadows are going to be cast from her face, between her two front legs, and where the stamp image itself shows that there are textured areas. So all those little curly areas for the fur. And I'm also establishing some areas like that in the little top knot area as well as in her ears, even though those areas don't have the markings for the fur, the curliness. I'm going to go in and actually put those in now with my Copic Multiliner pen. And I'm using the Copic Multiliner pen because I know I'm going to continue coloring with Copics, and that's an alcohol friendly pen. Now I'm going to go back in and blend out again, adding some more shadowed areas with an E51, blending from the E53. And here I'm adding some blush, just really pale R30, and then blending out with the E50. Because I didn't want the puppies to be floating on the front of the Rolodex card, I decided to put at the base of the Rolodex card this little border die cut that's also from my friend Bev, and I thought that would add kind of a nice ground for the puppies to be sitting on. I'm just going to cut away the excess with my favorite Fiskars spring-loaded scissors, and you can see that now the little slots for the Rolodex card to fit into a Rolodex kind of storage unit are covered up. So I decided I was just going to take my scissors and snip away those little excess pieces. And it came away really very cleanly. So that worked out well. I then decided for my biscuit image, I was going to give her little angel wings. And the way I did that was to cut apart a little applique, also from my friend Bev, and I cut the butterfly into two so that it would show, the wings would show on both sides of the image, and line up the way I wanted the wings to show up. If I had kept the butterfly all together, I think just a little snippet would have shown on the right side, and I really wanted it to be clear that those were angel wings added. And I added double-sided foam adhesive to the rest of the image so that it would be flush, even with the applique depth. Now, I have these little cute alpha stickers. They're epoxy stickers, and I'm adding little bling gems to the front of the little trellis dies where the crosses met. I'm adding little pink gems there. And then on the back, I added CraftyPaws with those alpha epoxy stickers. And I think that adds a nice little added bling, little finishing touch, adding a little sparkle, a little dimension. And then this is the little bit about myself that Carolina asked everyone to include in their card. So she wanted to know how we got started in crafting and what our favorite kind of crafts are to do. So I wrote this up on my computer because I don't like my handwriting, and then I cut it out so it would fit perfectly on the back of my Rolodex card. I added 2 more gems to either side of CraftyPaws to coordinate with the front, and the back here reads, I started crafting after I quit my career due to health issues. It was a kind of therapy for me. Now I'm amazed at how much art fills my life with joy and love. I most enjoy card making, but have started to also play with acrylic pouring and mix it up with the occasional altered item project. I hope you've enjoyed this process video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you get a chance, please check out Carolina's 6,000 subscriber giveaway challenge. I hope you guys are having a wonderful crafty day. Thanks so much for watching.